Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 12-week pregnancy update and also my first pregnancy update on my channel. I'm actually 13 weeks today. I switch every single Monday. So I'm 13 weeks today, but I'm going to be going over everything that happened last week, how I've been feeling, all of my symptoms and cravings and all that fun stuff. So I have everything written on my phone and I'm just going to get right into it because there's quite a bit. So 12 weeks pregnant means that I'm 3 months pregnant, even though it feels like I'm about 5, but I did find out pretty early into my pregnancy. I was like 3 weeks. I was 2 days shy of 4 weeks pregnant. So yeah, the pregnancy is going slow so far, the first trimester at least. Hopefully when I get into the second trimester here soon, it'll be going a lot faster, but I'm so glad that I hit the 12-week mark, well, actually the 13-week mark, but the 12-week mark is usually like a safer point into your pregnancy. My last doctor's appointment was March 18th, and it was my 10-week appointment, so that's the last time we went to the doctor. We did hear the heartbeat at the doctor, which was at 161, so not sure what that means for like the gender prediction, but with Sophia, that wasn't even near true with the heartbeat thing. So yeah, heartbeat was 161. My next doctor's appointment is April 15th, so a week from today, and hopefully I get an ultrasound then, but my doctor didn't mention it. I haven't had an ultrasound since I was 6 weeks pregnant, and I don't know, I feel like I want an ultrasound soon, even though they haven't mentioned it, just because a heartbeat only tells so much and you want to see the physical features of the baby, of course. So if my doctor doesn't bring it up next appointment, or if I don't have an ultrasound this next appointment, I'm definitely going to mention that I'd like to get an ultrasound, but I'm sure he'll probably bring it up and say that he would like an ultrasound done too. So yeah, next doctor's appointment is in 1 week and I'm really excited. I think all of us get excited for our doctor's appointments and seeing if we get to see the baby and hear the baby's heartbeat. It's just really reassuring. I have gained 3 pounds this pregnancy so far, which I don't consider that bad, especially considering I'm bloated. I'm trying to like keep it at a minimum weight gain this pregnancy. Not that I gained a lot with my first pregnancy. I gained 40 pounds, but losing weight for me is extremely hard. My body just doesn't like to do me right, so I'm gonna try and stay really healthy this pregnancy. I've just gotten back into like eating like eggs again and trying to eat healthy stuff because the morning sickness has calmed down. It actually calmed down around week like 8 to 9. It was like on and off in between there, and then I haven't had it since, except the other day I did throw up because I got a little nauseous cleaning Sophia after breakfast. She had Cheerios and it just got like, she was playing with them and it got all over her, and it made me really sick. So I did throw up my breakfast the other day, but that's the first time I've thrown up since I was probably 8 weeks pregnant. So the nausea has subsided, the morning sickness has subsided. I've been a little nauseous here and there depending on certain things, but I've been pretty good. So I've been getting back into eating healthier foods. I'm not in survival mode anymore. I've eaten eggs lately, which I haven't been able to eat since before I got pregnant. I've eaten meat, which is super surprising because with my first pregnancy, meat was a no-go for the entire thing. Sophia is going to be walking in and out of this video because I have no way to occupy her and she's never going to nap. Yeah, eggs, meat, my food horizon has been expanding again. The only food aversions I could say I've had throughout this pregnancy that have been consistent are pizza and like pasta with sauces on it, which is really strange for me because pizza has been my all-time favorite food pretty much my whole life. Like, I love pizza, but pizza has been a no-go for me, and also pasta, weirdly. I'm a big pasta lover and a carbs lover, especially with like Alfredo and cheese sauces on them, but pasta with specifically like red sauce on it, that just is so unappetizing. I think red sauce in general is just unappetizing to me. Maybe that's why the pizza thing is like a no-no, but yeah, those have been my 2 consistent food aversions. There's been things here and there, like I said, eggs and meat were one for a while, but I'm back to eating that. Yeah, 2 food aversions, nothing more than that I can think of. As for cravings throughout my pregnancy, it's been a little different. With Sophia, I had distinct cravings that I could pull out, and they were just like weird for me specifically because they were things I didn't eat a lot, or even things that I did eat a lot, but they were like very consistent. And so far with this pregnancy, I haven't had any consistent cravings that I've like been dying to have. I guess like this past week it has been salads. I had a salad from Eaton Park, and it was like spring mix, olives, and sesame seeds, and those 3 specific things mixed together for a salad have just sounded really good. I had that like 3 times last week, and specifically with like a balsamic dressing. The one I had at Eaton Park was really good, and that's the one I've been craving. But I found one that's like a healthier version. It's called the Simply 60, I think. So it's like a 60-calorie dressing. And it tastes really similar. So that's been a craving for me. Also, the only other thing that I've been craving is Chick-fil-A fries and Chick-fil-A sauce. Because we don't have Chick-fil-A near us. A lot of you may know that. And I had it one time last week or the week before. And ever since then I've been wanting it, but I haven't had it. I wouldn't give in to it necessarily anyways because I am trying to eat a little bit healthier, even though I did eat out 2 times this week. Oh, guys. Sophia just did a face flop, so I had to go cater to her. I gave her a piece of chocolate because the poor baby was like traumatized. Here she comes. Are you all better? Book? We'll read a book in a minute, okay? So at this point in my pregnancy, I don't even really feel pregnant. Like I said, the nausea subsided and I haven't had a lot of cravings, so I just don't feel pregnant. But I have had some symptoms this past week that have reminded me that I am pregnant. So one of those being back pain. I had severe back pain my first pregnancy, and I'm already having it. I had a sciatic nerve issue with my first pregnancy, and I feel like that's already happening at week 12, which seems pretty early to me considering the baby's only super tiny. It was the size of a kiwi during week 12, but yeah, I've had back pain, especially towards the end of the day after being on my feet all day. It's very distinct and painful, especially in my lower back, but even up and into my mid back, it does hurt, and it makes it very hard to sleep at night, which has been another symptom of mine. I have not been able to sleep, especially this past week. It's been really hard to get sleep in. We've been having some issues with Sophia sleeping this past week, and that's not been helping. But even before she wakes up or anything, I've just not been able to sleep. Like, I wake up every hour or so, even sometimes 30 minutes, and I just toss. It takes me hours at night to get comfortable before I even fall asleep. And I'm tossing and turning, and I don't have a pregnancy pillow, but I definitely need to invest in one of those because I feel like that would be helpful. But even with my belly not being so big right now, that's not really the issue. It's just like my brain won't shut down and I just can't get comfortable. So yeah, that's been another symptom. I've also had shortness of breath, which you've probably noticed throughout this video. I'm really out of breath right now, but on certain days this week, it's been more noticeable than others. Like, even just walking will make me out of breath. Having conversations with people, like I'm having a conversation with you guys right now, and it wins me. So that's been another thing. I've also had pretty bad anxiety, specifically this past week. I don't know if this is pregnancy related, but I'm assuming it is because it's been really, really high, and I've been really on edge. I don't know, I've had like this weighted feeling in my chest. Everything gives me anxiety. I've been losing my patience so fast, especially with like Sophia engaged, which I feel really bad for. It takes a lot in me to like calm down. I have to like breathe, and I've just been really full of anxiety and stress and overwhelmed. I felt very overwhelmed this week for, honestly, I can't even pinpoint a reason. I mean, a lot of it had to do with like, I felt like I was going between school. I'm still in school. If you don't know that, I'm a interior design college student in online college. So that's been very overwhelming this week. But also with like housework and just daily things that I'm used to doing every single day has just overwhelmed me. I mean, I am tired being pregnant. I'm not overly tired or under energetic like I was in the first few weeks, but I am still tired, especially by the end of the day, and that's where it kind of kicks in, like late afternoon to like evening time. I just get so overwhelmed and stressed, and I'm full of anxiety constantly. It's kind of settled within the past 2 days, but definitely in the beginning of week 12, I've felt super overwhelmed. So that's been another symptom. I've been very hormonal as well, which kind of goes along with that. crying over everything, like extreme crying. I will see something on TV and I will cry, which I'm a crier when I see sad things, but I've been emotional, guys, over everything. You can't, if you say something to me or like look at me the wrong way, I might cry. So I've been extremely hormonal, which is very normal. My hormones are all over the place, obviously, and that might have a lot to do with everything I just said. But it's taken a toll on me this past week, I can say that for sure. Another thing that I've been noticing, which I guess you could call this a symptom, I'm not really sure, but when I lay down at night after eating throughout the whole day, and I lay on my back right before we go to bed, I can feel like this prominent lump on the left side of my stomach, always on the left side, and I even made Gage feel it because I thought it was crazy, but it's definitely a lump on this side, and it's higher than the other side. And I'm assuming it's just my uterus or whatever, but I don't know. It just gets really hard on that side at night, and it feels like when you're further into the pregnancy and you feel the baby's head like in certain spots of your stomach, but it feels like that right here. It's obviously not the baby's head because that's very tiny right now. But like I said, it's probably my uterus, and it's just like pushing against my skin or something. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor, but definitely feel that at night, and I think it's really cool to feel like you could feel it if you feel my stomach at night. Yeah, that's just another thing I've been noticing and I wanted to mention and document for the future. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to talk about, guys. This is probably a very short pregnancy update, but like I said, I don't even feel very pregnant. I thought I had a lot more to talk about, but I guess not. I am going to show you guys my bump, and I also wanted to really quickly mention the gender. I don't know when I'm going to be finding out the gender. Like I said, I haven't had an appointment in a couple weeks, and I also haven't had an ultrasound, so I'm going to ask my doctor at my next appointment next week when he thinks we're going to find out the gender. I'm not doing an early gender scan or anything. It will probably be whenever my anatomy scan is, so I'm assuming between 16 and 20 weeks, I'm really not sure. But in every video until we do find out the gender, I do want to give my gender guess in every single video. It hasn't changed in a little while, but who knows, it might change every week or so, or it might stay consistent. So currently, I think the baby is a boy. I have a very strong feeling it's a boy. I thought Sophia was a girl, and I just knew she was a girl. In the beginning of this pregnancy, I was very sure the baby was a girl, like from the moment I found out. But the past couple weeks, probably since around week like 7, I've thought it was a boy. And then the other day I did have a dream that the baby was a boy. I mentioned that on my Instagram story, but I had the baby and then it like flashed forward to the baby being a year old, and it was a little baby boy. So I don't know. We'll find out in a couple weeks, hopefully. I'm not sure, but the baby currently in my head is a boy. But I'm going to show you my bump, and I will keep you guys updated on when we do find out the gender. If you want to, you can follow me on Instagram, and I'll keep you updated there like more quickly. So I'll leave my name right here. But I'm going to show you guys my bump real quick. I am wearing sweatpants right now, so I just threw on this top for the video, but I'm wearing like these ugly black sweatpants, so don't mind that. But, so here's what the belly is looking like. Like I said, I haven't eaten breakfast, so I'm usually pretty flat in the morning. But yeah, this is like where the bump, I always feel it at, like right in this area. So baby's obviously really down low because it's so tiny right now, but I've definitely gotten a little bit bigger since when I took my first picture at 6 weeks. It's probably not noticeable to you, and it probably just looks like my mommy pouch because that's what it is. But that is the baby bump right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this pregnancy update. I'm going to continue to do pregnancy updates whenever I get the chance or whenever I have something to update you guys on. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel for that. I'm so excited to feel the little bump grow and to feel the little flutters and kicks in my second trimester. I think that's what I'm most excited for because that is one of the best parts of pregnancy is feeling the baby inside. So excited to get to like 20 weeks, get into my second trimester and start feeling little baby grow, and also to find out the gender because that's also super exciting part of pregnancy. But I will let you guys know whenever we find out the gender, and I'll also be letting you guys know the name whenever we do find out the gender. I did do a baby names we love and may use video. If you haven't seen that, you can go ahead and click that up there. But that's going to be all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you next time. So, bye guys!